All right, guys, welcome to today's digital marketing secrets masterclass, where we look at different topics. We go through different things every week, come online and have a bit of conversation about different stuff, right? So today I thought it's a good idea to have a conversation about employee trap because see, I've got the best place, I reckon, because I get to speak to a lot of people. I get to work with a lot of people. Because I get to work with a lot of people, I get to see what's happening, what's the trend, what's happening in the market. So today, I find it really strange, and it's one of the things which all of us, including me as well, we need to keep in mind. So one of the things is, we all kind of start as employees. If you are one of the lucky few, you kind of work in a business, you come from a business family, then you just start your business, then it's a different thing, right? So most of us kind of come from an employee background, meaning that our parents are employees, our teacher are employees, our martial art instructor is employee. Even if you go to a business school, the people, the professors, the lecturers, they all are pretty much employees, right, working for the university. So it's pretty strange to find the right people, meaning that people who actually playing the game. Most of the time we're kind of surrounded by employees. Because we are surrounded by employees, we kind of get trapped into this employee world, right? So let's look at it today. What is this employee world, and how is this thinking impacting your business and your life? So today is all about that. Let me share my screen and we're going to have a conversation about this. So it's all about employee trap. What is the employee trap? We're going to look at it, and how this employee trap is impacting you and your life. We're going to look at that as well. So let's have a look. So it's all about employee trap, right? So let's define what is employee trap first. So the employee trap is um, whenever or since we start a university life, we pretty much work on acquiring skill sets. You go to the university, you want to become an accountant, you want to become an IT professional, you want to become a marketer, you want to become something, right? So most of our life, when we start our journey, we want to become something, and we work developing that skill set. It doesn't matter what that skill set look like. Whatever that is, we spend a bit of time learning that skill set. So you spend 3 4 years at the university becoming an accountant, becoming an IT person, becoming a marketer, becoming something, right? Becoming in that domain you want to specialize in, and you go and learn that skill set. When you come out of the university, you look for a job in that domain, right? So if you are an IT guy or girl, you go out and look for IT jobs. If you are a marketer, you go out and look for marketing. Accountants look for accounting. All that is part of that, right? So we all do that, and we get paid for this. So what happens with this skill set is we make money. That's what happens, right? That's what we are told. Like, you learn a skill set, you go out and sell that skill set, and you make money for that. So because we do that, we make money by selling our skill set. Somehow in our unconscious mind, this this belief comes in that the reason I'm making money is because of this skill set, which is true, right? If you're an employee, we worked for many years for somebody and we made money, and that money is came because we developed a skill set, right? But when you start a business, this is completely opposite, right? In business, you don't make money because of that very specific skill set you learned at the university. Skill set is not what making you money in the business. If we talk about real business, right? We're not talking about self-employed who's selling their skills to make money. We're talking about real business where other people doing the work and you are managing it. You are the CEO, you're bringing in the revenue, and other people do the delivery, right? The real business where you can take months off and the business stays as is, right? There is no impact on the business. That's the business I'm talking about. I'm talking about companies like Virgin. I'm talking about companies like Telstra. I'm talking about companies like IBM, where founders are not there in the business. That's what I'm talking about, right? So this is what happens, right? We develop a skill set. We started to believe that that skill set is a main thing, and we want to do that. So what happens is, after 4 or 5 years or 10 years or 15 years working as an employee with that skill set and making money, we kind of decide, I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want to work for somebody else doing the same thing. Let's look at an example of web developer, right? Or accountant, right? So you could be anybody, and you say, hey, I don't want to work for somebody. I'm an accountant or I'm a web developer. I could just go out and get my own clients, right? I could just go out and get my own client and get paid for it. And you try that, and you try that. Uh, and you try that. After a certain period of time, you go out and start doing the work for yourself, and you make a bit of money. There is a bit of dollars coming in, and you're delivering the work. But then you started to realize that it's not that easy, right? It's not that easy. And because before that, all the work to acquire clients and serving them and managing them was done by somebody else. The only job you had was just doing what you're getting paid to do. Now you have to pretty much do everything. You have to do marketing, and you have to do sales, you have to do delivery, you have to do relationships, pretty much everything, right? So you pretty much have to do everything, which you were not doing it early on, right? So what employees do, we kind of put more stress on working the same skill set. What we say is, hey, if I'm a web developer, you start a business and you pretty much doing the same thing. You work as a web developer and you trying to develop websites for other people, and you give that website and you get paid for it. That's what most people do, right? And then what happens? You kind of get too much into it, and your business is not going anywhere. Business is relying on you, and that's it, right? So after that, after a certain period of time, you're like, I'm sick of this. I can't do this. I'm just going to go back and learn something else, develop some sort of other skill set, and go into different field. Now you decide to become a marketer, right? And you do the same thing. You go out here and you make a bit of money by either doing bits and pieces, and you start your marketing company, and anybody comes into your business and say, hey, I want to do Facebook ads, and then you do the same thing and pretty much start doing the Facebook ads for people. And after a certain period of time, you get sick of that, and then you probably go back to the university or somewhere else, learn a new skill set and doing that, right? So that's pretty much the cycle. Everybody is kind of going in circles like this, picking up skill set after skill set. Here's what happens, right? When you want to make more money, I don't know, somewhere, somehow, we learn this skill set that we have to go back to the university. Ask anybody. Like in the business, it happened a lot of times, right? They did a bit of survey by, I think it was Age, or sorry, that was Learnings by LinkedIn. They did a study and they said, hey, if you want to upgrade, if you want to get pay raise, if you want to get a promotion, what is the number one skill set, or what is the number one step for you to get to that level? And most of the people said, I can't remember the percentage, but most of the people said, hey, we need to go back to the university and learn a new skills. We need to upgrade ourselves. We need to, which is true. People do it, but what you learn is completely different. We learn a skill set to upgrade ourselves. We learn a skill set, and that doesn't help. That doesn't help because we still are caught in the same cycle all the time, right? We still get caught in the same cycle. We're still doing the same thing, and you keep changing and the skill set. That's why most people stay where they are. Doesn't matter how much knowledge and skill set they have, they still make the same money. They still make the same money. They go from one profession to the other profession to the other profession, and they still make the same money. And the biggest reason for this is because they get caught in this thing called employee trap. And the employee trap says you have to work on the skill set. You have to learn a new skill set to upgrade your life and to take your life to the next level. You need to have that, right? So this is a big trap. We all must be mindful of that. And that's why I learned this from a guy called Richard Branson, right? Richard Branson is pretty cool. You can imagine that he built $10 billion companies. So he knows something which most people doesn't know, right? Most people don't know. So something what he talked about all the time. He says it pays to be the dumbest people in the room. It pays to be the dumbest. And what happens when you get paid to be skilled? When you get paid to learn or do something, you don't want to be dumbest in the room, right? You don't want to be dumbest in the room, because if you are the dumbest in the room, you won't get paid. You might get sacked from a job. That's why we never show that we are the dumbest in the room. That's why we're trying to be the best in the room. That's why we say, hey, I'm the good, I'm the best in this. Come and hire me for this. Right? Why? Because you know that your job or your money you're making is based on the skill set you have. But on the other side, the business people are not tied to that. And let's look at an example of Richard Branson, right? So what Richard Branson said, hey, I want to have, or there is a problem in the marketplace, right? There is a problem in the marketplace. That could be anything, could be anything. I need to provide a solution, right? There is a problem in the marketplace. I need to provide a solution. What most people do is they are the solution. They are the solution. Right? That's what most people do. They are the solution. Problem in the marketplace, a lot of people want to get their marketing done. A lot of people need leads. A lot of people need web developing work done. A lot of people need softwares. Let me see if I can do that for them. Let me see if I can learn Facebook ads and do it for them. They are the solution. That's what most people do. But what Richard Branson said, hey, I need this solution. There is a problem in the marketplace. I need to find a solution. I need to find people who can do this work for me. I need to find the right people. I need to find the right people who fit in for that solution. I need to find the right people, right? They do not trying to learn it, because what happens? Imagine if Richard Branson decided that he need to become a pilot to fulfill that gap, to start that industry. Virgin Active is $1 billion gym now at the moment, the franchisee or the brand. Imagine if Richard Branson said, hey, I want to build this brand, but I need to get a personal PT license, or I need to go out and do that first. How long that would have taken him to make that happen, right? So what he did is he hired the right people, right? So if you want to build a business today, if you want to build that, you must be coming out of the trap. There is a problem in the market. You find a solution, what do you want to give? And the next step is you hire the right people. Hire the right people. And some of you might be thinking, hey, Jack, I don't have money to hire the right people, which is fair enough. You don't need to hire them full time, right? Today's world, there is a lot of contractors available on Upwork. A lot of contractors are available on Fiverr. A lot of contractors are available on freelancer.com. A lot of contractors are available everywhere. So you don't need to learn it. What you must do is you learn this. How do I find the best solution for this best problem? If this is a problem, I want to create a best solution. Who do I need to make it happen? What is the problem? What is the problem? What is my solution to that problem? My solution, not random one. What is my solution? Who do I need to fulfill that gap? Who do I need in my team? Who do I need in my team to fulfill that? Once you find out who do you need, you might need a developer, you might need an architect, you might need somebody for that role. but you go out and find those people and work with them, because you might be 6 out of 10 in those things, but the people you're going to hire, they probably be 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 for that. Very specific. Your client's going to be happy. You're going to be happy. The only thing you need to do is project manage. And most people don't do this. Most people don't do that. Does it actually make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Does it actually make sense? Type in yes if that makes sense, right? Does it actually make sense? Yeah. Most people don't do this. Why? Because most people believe that they need to learn this skill set. They need to learn this skill set. They need to learn this skill set. And they spend so much time learning that very specific skill set, and they forget why they started in the first place. If you want to build $1 million agency, if you want to build that agency, you must be coming out of this employee trap. You cannot build $1 million industry or anything, $1 million business, staying as an employee of your company. Yes, you might be doing certain tasks today, but doesn't mean that you have to do those tasks every day. You must be looking for those people who you think can help you fulfill that gap. So my suggestion would be, if you're learning Google ads, if you're learning full, Facebook ads, if you're learning how to do, funnels, if that's your core business and you want to do that for, and you love doing it and you have a passion for it, you just like playing with it or like playing with the technology, you just love it, then you must do it, because you just love it. But if you just feel that this is not for you, you just have to do it because you're starting a business, then please find somebody to help you. Hire somebody. If your client is paying $1,000 per month you to do something, pay somebody $500 to do a half of the bit. Right? So you must be project managing everything. And I know most of you guys who watch my content, they're really good at this stuff. You guys are really good at this stuff. Why? Because you used to be one of them. Remember that you did that for somebody else. You managed their projects, you managed their staff, you managed their people. You were an employee once upon a time for somebody else. You did that, right? You did that. So can you do that for your business as well? That's why we talk about it in the program, right? We run this certification program and we talk about this all the time, that you need to become a thinker. That's what you need to become, and not doer. When you are a doer, it's really hard to come out of that trap. So become a thinker in your business. Become a thinker, because people need to hire you for your thinking. They must be coming to you saying, hey, Jag, I need your help on this strategy. Can you tell us how we can implement this? Because anybody can follow the steps. That's why McDonald's, which is $1 million franchisee, probably $5 million franchisee, run by 16-year-old kids. Why? Because somebody else thought of it and they're just doing the work. Somebody else taught the process. Somebody else taught everything. Somebody else created SOPs. They just doing the work. So you don't want to be a doer. People who are doer in their business, they get paid the less. If somebody comes to you and say, hey, we want to get Facebook ad done from you, they're going to be comparing you with somebody else. And they say, hey, this person charges $500 and you asking me $1,000. I don't think so. I want to go with you. If somebody is doing a price shopping, they'll be asking you, can you do this for me? Can you build a website? Those are the people asking somebody to do something. On the other hand, somebody comes to us and saying, hey, we can give you this. We will do that for you. This is what we're going to do it for you. We are telling them what we're going to do for them. Nobody's asking us, can you do that for us? We're telling them what we're going to do that for them. So meaning that you tell your client what they should be doing, not they coming to you and asking you what they want. Remember, Henry Ford said it. He said, if I had asked my clients what they wanted, they would have told me they wanted horses or better horses or 5 horses or 10 horses, right? They would have told me faster horses. They wanted faster horses. That's why he didn't ask the client, he told them what they should be doing. So people who tell their clients what they should be doing, they get paid the most. You must be in that space that you are telling your clients what steps they should be taking. What are the things they should be doing, right? If I've got a friend of mine, their company grew probably 50x in the last 12 months. They went to every business. That's an IT consulting company. They went to every business and they went with one proposal. They said, we will implement VPN in your network, meaning that virtual private network will implement the VPN so that there is no threats. Your clients or your staff can tunnel into your network without any problem. We develop a VPN solution and it takes them about 3 days to implement everything, and the charge is $30,000 to $40,000 to implement their VPN solution. So they went to everybody, hey, you need the VPN now because you have a staff working from home. They told each and every of their client, you need it today. If you don't do it, you will be in a trouble. So they're telling people what they should be doing. People are not coming to them asking them what they want, right? They went to everybody, this is what we want. The company grew like crazy. Why? Because they know that everybody should be having a VPN at this time. Why? Everybody's working from home. You shouldn't be tunneling or connecting to your workplace without a VPN. Anybody can come in the middle, right? We all know that. So it is very important, right? So all of you guys in that space, you must remember this one rule. Employee trap will keep you an employee. Employee trap will keep you an employee. The only way to come out of that, be the dumbest in the room. Be the dumbest in the room and hire the right people to do the right job so that when the time comes, you can take a time off and somebody else or the business still running. Hope that makes sense, right? Thank you for this today. If you are in part of the employee trap, you must have a plan to how you're going to get out of this employee trap, right? So that's it for me. Thank you for your company today.